Hi, in its 10th of April, 10th or 11th of April, 10th of April anyway. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a short story that makes you sit back and you realize how would I say that the bond you have with someone, and I believe I had a very strong bond with my dad. Just as an example, I was a young guy. I just loved to hunt and fish. I think there was a point in my life that's all I lived for, was to do that. I just was something that I just enjoyed doing it. I mean, we all did it. My dad was a great hunter and fisherman. And he didn't want to kill anything, but he went out more for the camaraderie, I believe, than he did to shoot anything or anything like that. But anyways, I was going ice fishing with a friend of mine, Larry Irwin. And this guy here was a great guy, just a little cloud around his head all the time. Just seemed to, every time me and him got together, shit happened, right? So one weekend he calls me up. He says, Cleo, what are you doing on Saturday? I said, I don't know. Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. It was a weekend. And he asked me, he says, what are you doing? I said, well, what do you want to do? He says, I want to go into Carroll Lake. There's a Carroll Lake, anyway, up in behind Batchewana, in behind Pancake Bay, Batchewana in there. So I said, sure. I says, when do you want to go? He says, we'll go Sunday morning. I said, okay. He says, I'll pick you up. I said, okay. Yeah. So picks me up, and it's like we go out there. First of all, I mean, two young guys, very stupid, really. And heater not working in his truck, not pumping out heat at all. So, and it's friggin' cold. Minus 35. Like we probably should have stayed home. But, and they say young and frickin' stupid. I guess at that day there we were both in that same frickin' boat. So, anyways, we get our snow machines on, have breakfast, head out there. And you got to realize that's about where we were going, was about 50 miles north of the Sioux. And we were probably going 20 or 25 miles back in the bush to this lake. So this was not just a, you had to be ready. And I mean, we were experienced, but I would believe it. I may have been 19 or 18 or 19 years old, but we were experienced, we thought. Stupid, but we thought we were experienced, right? So anyways, we get out there, and it's so cold. And my machine couldn't start it. Finally, we got both machines started. You had to use ether to start them. That's how freaking cold it was. And my machine throttle, no sooner leaving, the throttle froze, and I thought I was going to lose my machine. I'm hanging on to it, trying to get it stopped, and it finally hit the kill switch. And must have been some moisture in the cable, but it froze. So we go in there, and it's cold, and there was fresh snow, so we're more or less breaking trail. So finally we hit this freaking lake, and we come down off the lake. But before we hit the lake, there was a river, I'll say a river, that we had to cross. And you could see where somebody had crossed before. So we go zipping down there. And if we both don't hit that frickin' river, and if it doesn't collapse in the frickin' water, we go. The frickin' two of us. I managed to get around it, but Larry was in. We're both of us were in the water, really. So ended up now we got to get his frickin' machine out, right? So we get his machine taken out, like we're soaked, instead of turning around and heading back right at that point in time. We probably would have died, I would think anyway. We, Larry says, Cleo, he said, what we're going to do is go down the lake. He says, we'll make a big bonfire and we will dry our clothes, dry ourselves out and warm up. And, okay. Sound like a pretty terrific plan to me. So we get down, and to get down in this lake was freaking steep. You know, and when we got down there, I'd say to myself, man, we're making a fucking mistake here. You know, I shouldn't swear, but so anyway, we get down on the lake, we get a fire going. We can't keep the fire going. I don't know what it was. And then hypothermia, you know, we got a fire going. We're trying to keep warm. Like we're soaked. And those old snowsuits were all cotton batting, I'll say. And they were heavy. So I get the frickin' bright idea that my feet were cold, right? So I take my frickin' boots off. I wring out my liners, try and get my feet by the fire to warm my feet up. So I go to put my boots on. I can't put my boots on. The liners are frozen. So fuck. Sorry, that should be swearing. But anyway, it was bad. So now, God, here we are. Now I got no boots. Can't even go and pick up firewood in bare feet. So I throw my liners right in the fire, and I let them. The steam's coming off them. I get them, wring them out as much as I could. They wouldn't burn. They were so damn wet. So I slid them on my feet and managed to jam my boots back on. Now I'm telling you right then and there, we were in a world of trouble. Larry looked at me, Larry Irwin, he says, Cleo, he says, I think we're in trouble. I said, yeah. I said, no thinking about it. I says, I know we are. And when we got on the lake, he ran out of frickin' gas. So we only got the one machine. And I know we didn't have enough gas to get out. Because we burnt lots of gas coming in, trying to break trail. I'm sitting there on the snow machine. This is as true as I'm sitting here. And I'm staring into the fire, trying to keep the fire going, realizing what kind of trouble we're in. You know, and I look at Larry Irwin and I says, you know, I wish my dad was here. You know, I said, I really wish he was here. So anyway, never thought nothing of it. About 10 minutes later, I could hear a snow machine. My dad. To this day. I wonder how he knew. So he come on the ice, him and I think he was with Larry Ingram. And he come on the fucking lake. And he seen us on the lake. He pulled up. How's it going? I told him it's not very good. It's okay. He said, we're going to get out of here. So I asked him, how did you know? He said, I don't know. He got up that morning and he said to himself, he's in trouble. So maybe in a conversation earlier we had mentioned where we had planned on going, but I mean, where we planned on going, where we were going to go was a different thing. Yeah, so we build a beggar fire, we get warmed up. You know, the day is pretty near done. It's going to be dark not too long. So my dad says, okay, are you warmed up enough? Yep, we're good. And my feet were like 2 blocks ice. So he said, we're going to get out of here. So end up, Larry says, you got no gas, I got to leave my machine. My dad says, no, we're okay. So my dad had brought up, you know, just to this day, it's like I got 2 gallons extra gas. So, gas in Larry's machine. It was hard on fuel anyway. It's one of those old motor skis. And we come out of there and got back to the truck and get our machines loaded. Me and Larry, we head back to the suit, and we had no heat in that truck. We freaking near died in the freaking truck, even heading home. It was stupid. But anyway, if my dad, I still today, I don't know how he knew. But I asked him, I said, how did you know I was in trouble? He says, Cleo, I got up that morning. And he says, I told my mother, something's not right today. He says, where did Cleo go? My mom says he really didn't know. He says, well, he's in trouble. So he picked up the phone and he called Larry, or Gary Ingram. And he says, Gary, what are you doing? He says, not much. He says, come on. He says, I want to go and check on Cleo. If he would not have went out that day, I was dead, man. I believe that today. That bond. Between a father and a son is something that's very special.